hey there. Good morning, Brickheads. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope your week is going well. You're halfway done. Hang in there. It'll be the weekend before you know it. But hey, it is a wild card Wednesday today, and a real special one for sure. But before I get into that and tell you what today is all about, I just want to say thank you. You know, whether you're listening in on your favorite podcast platform or maybe you're a visual person and you like checking out the YouTube page. No matter how you listen, no matter how you get your episodes, I just really appreciate you. You know, if you're enjoying it, I do episodes every Monday and every Wednesday. Wednesday is an alternating topic and Monday is news and rumors. So with that, getting into it, I have a special guest today, none other than my beautiful bride. Hello, Beck.
Hi.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
She is so excited to be not only on the podcast, but on camera for sure.
Super excited.
This is not against her will at all. She's a very patient woman. But Beck, did you know, I'm saying Beck because
That's okay.
I kind of want to say Bear because that's your nickname.
That's
Can I say that on podcast?
I don't care.
It's fine. Her nickname is Bear, so I might just say Bear for the podcast. And you just don't get annoyed by it. I apologize in advance. But did you know, fun fact, that people are listening to this podcast all around the world, like Great Britain, Australia, Belgium, Canada, the States. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's amazing.
People in Sweden and most of Germany as well.
Oh, wow.
Which is kind of funny because the Germans, very educated. They know English where I wish I knew German. So,
that would be cool.
But to see people that are tuning in all over the States and all over the world, I just think is really cool. So always, if you like the episodes, like I say, do them every Monday and Wednesday. Tune on in, make sure you subscribe. And if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to leave a comment for me. I will get back to you for sure. Let me know, especially today, what you think of today's episode, because it's going to be a little bit different. Because here's the deal. Mother's Day is just around the corner.
It is. The best holiday.
The best holiday.
Aside
and I figured
from Christmas.
Who wouldn't want to celebrate Mother's Day more than just honoring the beautiful, wonderful women in our lives by talking about Lego?
Yay.
For sure. And you know what I should preface with? This episode is all about the Lego enthusiast spouse. So for sure, we have a lot of female Lego enthusiasts out there. Some that tune in regularly. Renee, I know you're probably going to watch this episode. Always appreciate you. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what your spouse thinks of your Lego addiction. But I dare say there's probably more guys into Lego than women. Do you think that's empirically?
Probably, yes.
Right?
Well, it's kind of geared more towards men.
Yeah, I would say. Well, and historically, for sure.
Well, yeah.
But I think now more than ever, it is definitely more of it is a unisex toy.
Oh, for sure. And now that they've made more the floral designs and
right.
the
Floral,
Disney sets.
Lego Friends, getting a young female audience in there.
Friends, yes.
So for sure. So yes, a Lego spouse or a Lego significant other, I should say. It could be a man or a woman, doesn't matter. But in our particular case, I think it's fair to say that I'm the fanatic, and this is my patient spouse who deals with the fanaticism.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yes.
So here's what we're going to do. I am going to interview you.
Okay.
I have some questions I want to ask you because let's be real. We talk Lego all the time, but there's another side to this. There's a room full of Lego, and I know some of you who watch this out there, or maybe the person who's walking by you as you watch this says, why? Why does this room look like this? How does that person put up with that? Am I right?
Yes.
So let's just get into it. First question I would ask, ready? When did you realize that my Lego hobby was more than just, say, a casual interest?
I would say when you kind of branched out from just having the architecture sets and it became some bigger sets.
Yeah.
And what used to be contained to the office started to leak out of the office and into the playroom, which then became shelves around the playroom.
Yeah.
And then
Really
somehow,
good looking shelves.
oh yeah, but then somehow there was a ship in a bottle in the living room. So
To be fair, she really likes the ship
I
in
really
a
do.
bottle. That's that. You know what?
I would,
Honestly,
and that's the only one in the living room. I was okay with that one.
I think the ship in the bottle was the first set you pretty much said we can have outside of
yeah.
the play area, if you will.
Yeah.
So
Everything else was contained to the upstairs.
do you remember that? Do you remember when I walked into the bathroom one morning and I said I found a Super Star Destroyer on cheap on Craigslist and I'm going to go downtown and buy it from a guy one night?
Yes, and I was afraid you were going to be murdered. Yes.
But it was a really good deal.
It was a good deal.
A Super Star Destroyer for $200. Did you know what that Star Destroyer goes for nowadays?
I do not.
About $1,000.
Oh, well, see, good job.
See there? And I didn't get murdered.
And not murdered. So there's a plus.
And that was one of the first ones. So
Yes.
that was one of the big ones where you were just like, oh my
That was
God.
a long time ago.
Yeah, that was back in the day.
And back when I was like, oh, $200, that's a lot.
Which, to
It
be
still
fair,
is,
it is
but-
still a lot of money.
There's a lot of sets in here that are more than $200.
Yeah, a few for sure.
So-
do you actually remember the first Lego you bought for me?
I do. It was Yoda,
Yeah,
right? It
That's
was
absolutely right.
stand-up Yoda. I don't know if people. I think it's that one.
He's
He's up there.
actually probably not in the shot, but
Probably not.
I've had him sitting on episodes
Oh.
before. But the 2000 year 2000 UCS, I'll say it's a UCS Yoda. I don't remember the set number, but it's only 4 digits. That's how old it is. You bought that for me for Christmas.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I built it at your parents' house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for
Okay.
Christmas. It was
in
really.
Wyoming.
I
Yeah.
think we had had we been married yet? We weren't even married.
Yes, we were.
No, it came out in 2000 or 2001, 2000.
Oh, I don't.
We didn't get married till 2002,
Oh, then I guess
which
so.
means her Lego gift to me predates our marriage.
There you go.
So that's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
I like that. Very
No,
good.
That was the first one, and then came a lot of architecture.
Yeah. I talk
after
about that on the podcast a lot. It is, if you watch the podcast or you listen to the podcast, you will know architecture is, even though I have so many Star Wars sets, architecture was definitely my first love.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I went,
And they were really neat. And
Yeah.
they, as they evolved, got much better.
You know-
The initial sets, I think they redid some of those, didn't they?
They did. Like the Empire State Building, for example, went
Yeah.
from a 69
Yeah.
piece teeny guy to a
Yeah.
big one.
So
But
they were cool to start off with, but
Yeah.
they have gotten much better.
yeah. Oh, they've got a lot. And did you know, I don't know if I've told you this because full disclosure, she doesn't listen to my podcast. Can you believe that?
I'm sorry.
She's not a podcast person, and I get it. Some people just aren't, and that's okay. I forgive you. I love you.
I think I love you too. I'm a teacher and I listen to people talk to me all day long, and then sometimes I don't want to listen anymore.
But you don't have to interact back. You can just listen to the banter and call it good. That's fair. She actually hardly watches the YouTube as well. But the kids, sometimes you'll throw on a speed build. They like a good
Oh
Lego
yeah,
set.
I throw it on for the students.
Like after
sometime.
school as they're waiting for their bus.
Yeah, or just, we've got a couple extra minutes or they're working on something, I'll throw it on in the background and they love it.
Yeah, they do. They do. That's pretty funny. So now, next question. Oh, I was going to ask, since we were on talking about architecture,
Yeah.
what's your favorite architecture set? Because I just did an episode about ranking all of my favorite architecture sets.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, I'm going off script.
Off script, and now I don't have them in front of me to look. There's a fountain one, isn't there?
There's a Trevi fountain.
I think I like that one.
Oh, very nice. I said it was Falling Water was my favorite.
Oh yeah, no, not for me. But I
Yeah.
appreciate you.
We went to Falling Water,
We went
though,
there, and that
what
was cool.
Amazing
Yeah.
place. So yeah, Falling Water was my favorite. I actually just, like I said, I did 2 weeks ago. The Wild Card Wednesday was ranking all the architecture sets.
I saw a little bit of that.
Did you? I love it. Okay, now be honest. Let's get into it. How has living with a Lego collector changed our home life? For better or worse. Be honest. It's okay. I got thick skin.
Changed our home life.
Meaning, like, I guess when I look around here at our decor and things like that, it may be the obvious one.
Well, that we have dedicated Lego room.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have that before. And that there's just so much of it.
There's a lot.
But, and yeah, just that there's buckets of Lego just all mixed together over there.
Yeah, I do have to get rid of that.
Yeah.
The sets are good, though.
Oh, yeah. No, the sets are great. But I don't, and, when we build Lego, and then I say we because I help sometimes.
She does. Absolutely.
I do like building Lego. That, like, when there's the extra pieces, and then they sit on the table for a long time. We just kind of scoot the pile around.
Because they're all a bunch of 1x1 round tiles.
And we all know that they go upstairs.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But nobody takes them upstairs.
Okay, so, but would you say, like,
But
maybe
besides
it's not
that-
better or worse? You don't mind the decor? Because some people, this would drive them crazy.
Oh, I'm sure. It does not drive me crazy. I love this room.
Yeah. I think there's a point with every collector. If you're an avid collector, no matter what it is, maybe you are Coca-Cola stuff or comics or whatever it is. I think there's like this threshold where it gets back from casual collecting to hardcore, like museum level, like displays and have people over. It's kind of a thing now. Maybe?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's taken over the whole house, though.
That is true.
Because, I mean, I've seen some collections that have truly taken over people's homes, and we are not there, and I don't think we should get there.
Noted. So then be honest again, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being, it's casual, to 10 meaning we need an intervention. How obsessed do you really think?
Wait a minute. We need an intervention? I don't think we.
I need an intervention. What number do you put me at then?
Oh, 1 is we need an intervention?
No.
Oh,
10.
1 to intervention.
Yeah.
I think we're at a healthy 5.
I'm only at a 5?
Oh, I think it could get so much worse.
That is true. I like that. This is the best part about having a patient, lovely wife who actually does, I believe, love this as well. She only put me at a 5.
Okay, maybe a 6.
Yes.
There are some sets that I'm like, no, we just cannot.
That's fair. Well, and there's
Because you have to draw the line somewhere. Yeah. Like all the is that what I say?
Modulars. Modular buildings.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
And we've said that a lot. Like when a new one comes out, we're like, we really like that one, but that's too much. Yeah. It's too many things.
And I actually have shared that story before where I'm just like, the modulars, we made a decision a long time ago. We're like, we can't collect the modular buildings.
Yeah, we can't collect all of it.
It's just too much. So, okay. So then that leads me to my next question then. We talked about the house, but what are your Lego rules? Like, or boundaries that you could wish we set for the house?
The boundaries have tried to stay the same, that they are all upstairs Legos.
Except ship in the bottle.
Except the ship in the bottle. That one's classy.
What about
Come on.
the T-Rex? It looks so good on the mantle.
I know. So the T-Rex was sitting on the mantle in the breakfast room fireplace. And it did look amazing, but as the decor changes, my wreath won't fit there anymore with the T-Rex there. So we had to move the T-Rex because I have to draw the line.
Yes, because it is much more important to have a wreath up at the mantle than the amazing T-Rex set.
But on the other hand, there is also Legos up in the kids' playroom on the wall surrounding the map.
That's fair.
Those are all the skylines, right?
Uh-huh.
And then more recently, the guest room got a little makeover and is now the floral and Disney.
What I like to say is the guest room is her Lego room. This is my Lego room. The guest room is her Lego room because it is all the botanical collections and every Disney set we own. And believe me, we have a lot of Disney sets.
We do. It's because they're amazing.
Yeah, because, I mean, let's be fair. We had one Cinderella castle, and I said that was enough.
And I said, you're crazy. They're completely different from each other.
And so we got a second Cinderella castle.
I got a second Cinderella
Yes, she
castle.
did. And she built it, and it is a beautiful set.
It's beautiful. And I said that the whole time I was building it. I'm like, this is so beautiful.
I love that.
It is so beautiful.
I love that. That's so good. All right, well, moving on. Let's see. The next question. What's something about the Lego world that you've learned or come to appreciate because of this obsession? Not necessarily because of me, but like the obsession of, because you're surrounded by Lego a lot now. You've learned more than you probably ever thought you wanted to.
Yeah, and we've gone to conventions, which, I mean, just the community that you didn't realize was there. Mm-hmm. Like when you meet someone else and you mention Lego and then they start freaking out because you also like Lego and they like Lego, and all of a sudden it's like, we're best friends. And it happens at conventions. It happens when we go somewhere and meet, because we're in education. So, when you're talking to random parents or something, and it just somehow comes up. And
they're like, we like Lego.
So just that.
Or they'll say, I've got like 6 sets. It's kind of crazy. I have a shelf of Lego. And it's like, I almost get a little bit embarrassed because I'm like, yeah, this is mine. And they're like, what are you, are you crazy?
And then they think we're crazy.
Unless we're at like a convention.
Yeah.
And then we're small potatoes.
But yeah, my students think it's pretty awesome when I tell them how many Legos we have. Especially when I have somebody who also collects a certain, like I have a student that collects all the Harry Potter pieces. Somebody that does all the cars, the Technic.
Oh, for sure.
Cars and that kind of thing. Which we don't have.
Our nephew is really getting into the Lego Technic cars right now. And you can only collect so many themes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
For sure.
Draw the line. So,
but that is funny you say that. It is like the people that you meet, because you're right. This is it's a really good community.
Yeah.
The Lego community, like they're
then
good people, like very positive, like
they're a lot of fun, and just the creativity, especially like again when we go to like those conventions, just seeing the mocks that people built are just unreal.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they do that.
And you talk to some guys like, well, I spent 3 years developing this mock.
Yeah.
And it's just absurd.
And they're amazing.
That's why I always laugh, because people will be like, Steve, you should go work for Lego and be a designer. And I'm just like, no, are you kidding me? I build Lego sets and it's fun. And I do like minor mocks.
Yeah.
But anywhere near to what people
they do. No,
like
not
people,
at all.
You should be on Lego Masters. No, I shouldn't. I'm not.
That's a whole other level of
it's just
creativity,
incredible to see what they do. So
and time.
Okay, ready? Here's the next question. If I had to sell the entire collection tomorrow, what would your first thought be? Would it be relief, sadness, or excitement?
Honestly, it'd probably be sadness.
Yeah?
Well, yeah, we've spent a lot of time building. You've spent a lot of time building. And, our family has spent, some time building, like during the pandemic when we were quarantined, building some big sets together just to take
Christmas
up some time.
time.
Yeah, Christmas time, building sets. So, yeah, I mean, I would be sad. Are there some sets that I'm like, we could probably get rid of that one?
Wait, but which set?
Ones that I don't care about.
Oh, no, some of my sets are in danger.
I know.
If you sold the collection, though, we could go on a really nice trip.
Yeah.
Or just buy an RV.
Yeah. No, I don't know
what
we do, but
clearly, I think what people are hearing you say is you do enjoy it.
I do.
I don't think, to be fair, I don't think you enjoyed it initially.
No, initially it was just something that you were really excited about. And I'm like, wow, he's such a nerd.
Which is
and
true.
that was fine. And then the kids got more into it. Yeah. And then I think when the first Cinderella Castle came out, because that's just my thing. I'm a Cinderella freak. And then all the Harry Potter things was like a whole other level. And I slowly just...
Right around COVID, when Harry Potter was blowing up with some big stuff, she actually was the one that we'd go to a Lego store and she'd be like, let's get that one. Let's get that one. Let's get that one. And I'm just like, whoa, settle down. Let's not get them all.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's hard to,
Even now,
well, yeah. But
I think
we've
about
had
the
to
lighthouse
slow
that we
down.
still don't have that you really like, that motorized
I know.
lighthouse.
I just don't even know where we'd put it.
I'd find
It's
a
so
place.
tall. No, no.
All right, well then, let's do this question. What is one Lego set and theme that you really love and why? Like, let's start with, what is your favorite Lego theme?
Oh,
I mean, we clearly have established mine is architecture and Star Wars. Yours is not. That is okay.
well, obviously, like I've been saying, Disney.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I also really love Harry Potter. I just love the detail that is put into all of those sets that are so true to the books and the movies, and like the Disney things, like from theme parks and all the movies. Like when I built Snow White's cottage. Oh my gosh, it was just so perfect. And
Yeah, she
just
didn't let
all
me
the
touch
details.
that one. She was building Snow White's cottage. And
Yeah.
it's a cute set.
Yeah, no, I think those are probably my favorite. But actually, my other favorite is the BrickHeads.
Really?
I really love the BrickHeads. When we first started collecting those, I did not realize how many they were going to make. I thought it was going to be a limited.
To be
set.
fair, I'm with you. I did not realize there'd be like 250 BrickHeads later.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and
They're
but
really cool.
So cool. And I just, again, the details, they're just so funny. I think my favorite being Homer Simpson with the little tiny brain inside and the donut in his
He's got
stomach.
the donut in the belly.
It's so funny. Like, who thinks of that?
That's actually one of my favorite BrickHeads too.
So-
He's just so clever. And that's actually expensive one. Like it went for $10, but now it goes for like 80.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Homer's up there for sure.
So I think those are my favorite.
So what's your favorite set?
Oh, I don't know. Sophie's Choice. I don't know.
Sophie's Choice.
I don't know. It's kind of between my first Cinderella Castle, I think,
Okay. And your second Cinderella
and my
Castle?
second Cinderella Castle. But I also really love Diagon Alley.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? That is a good story too, because that was something we built as a family
That was the one we built
during
right when we
COVID.
started quarantine. We're like, we're gonna have to keep these
We
kids
gotta
busy. Let's
build
all
something.
and videotaped it.
Yeah,
it was
I
one
built
of the
I
first
built
ones.
the roller coaster right when COVID started, and then when that came out,
Yeah.
summer or fall, and we knew we were going to be in it for the long haul. We sat down, and each one of us, the four of us, each one had their own building, and that was really fun. I liked that a lot.
It was a lot of
I
fun.
wish our kids had not gone into the dark ages because they don't they don't mind this. They don't mind seeing it. They think it's cool, but they don't really want to build anymore.
Yeah, they don't want to build, but their friends sure like coming over to look at them too.
They do, for sure.
These are high schoolers. They really are just like, what? You have a Lego room?
Because it's
really
Lego.
cute.
Who doesn't love Lego? Okay, well, the next question. What advice could you give somebody married to or dating a hardcore Lego fan?
Be patient, first of all. Set a budget.
Oh, yeah, that's important.
But honestly, just there's worse hobbies to have.
It's true.
You could
And there's
like
more
cars.
And there are more expensive hobbies
That would be
out
more
there.
expensive
Yeah.
for sure.
Could
but
like
to-
woodworking and get expensive tools.
Yeah, that could also be a problem. Oh wait, you already
Oh,
do that.
wait, I do that as well. That one
No,
makes
but
money.
I think, and just to join in on the fun, like it's been more fun not just watching you do it
Right.
and looking at the finished set, but also
It is something about building a set.
Yeah.
Like when you finish building a set, like the joy you feel when you look at it and you're just like,
Yeah.
look at this thing.
Yeah.
Look at what they
except
did here.
sometimes my fingers hurt really bad when I'm done. 'Cause
That
I
is
put a
true.
bunch of little tiny pieces, but then I'm okay.
Okay, so ready? I'm going to give you just a couple more and
Okay.
we'll wrap this up. You're doing great. You're natural.
Thanks.
You should be on all the podcasts.
I think that's a horrible idea. But thank you.
What is the most surprising thing you have seen come out of the Lego hobby? Like maybe something for this, like, because again, when we started, I'm going to be honest, there's no way I could have expected to be this. Like when I look around, I still honestly pinch myself because it's like 15 years later. I had no concept of this is what it was going to be. It was just like you like a set, you buy it, and you do that enough times,
Absolutely
and it just
not. Did not think this was going to
right,
be.
and it just metastasized. But you clearly were like, it's a cute little hobby, Steve, and I have these little architecture sets that didn't take up much space. But
And
what's
now,
maybe a
surprising thing is that every time a new Star Wars ship comes out, I think it's the same ship, and apparently it's a different ship, and we need it, apparently.
We do.
Although some of them really are different ships. I mean, same ships. They're just a little bigger.
Have you not seen Jango Fett Starship that's coming out?
It looks the same as another one.
The one behind your head.
Yeah, exactly. It's just different color.
Yeah, but it's a lot more refined. It's like 600 more beautiful pieces.
Unnecessary.
Gotta love a good Star Wars ship for sure.
I know.
She says as she has 2 Cinderella castles.
You want to count Lego? Do you want to count ships? We can.
I don't think I want to count ships.
We
All
can
right.
count.
If you could change anything that we do around the house as far as like a Lego display, what would you change, or what would we do next?
Oh my goodness, I don't know how to change.
Like, would you change anything? Like, the world wants to know, is my decorating sense really good, or should we like kick the kids out
Oh no.
and turn their rooms into studios?
No. No, I think moving the Disney stuff and the botanicals over to the guest room was a good idea.
Yeah.
And when we put some shelves up, and it's not as overbearing as I thought it was going to be.
She was a little resistant when I first proposed the idea, because I was like,
it's the guest room. I didn't want it to be crazy, but
yeah.
And my parents like it.
I really like themes being together. Like Harry Potter should be it shouldn't be haphazard. Every display should share a story.
For sure.
Right? And so this very much was the Star Wars room with other things clearly involved. But we had so many Disney sets.
Yeah. So it worked out.
And it's a cute room. Like, you got a cute bedspread and the, little flowers here and there. It kind of works out.
Yeah.
For sure.
It works.
Okay. Well, okay. Then you've done great. You've been a good sport. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Very much. Because I know this isn't something you wanted to do. But
it's not.
Like I say, it's Mother's Day. What else should we be doing for Mother's Day coming up here in a few days,
I could think of some things that we could do for Mother's Day.
I think I'm going to owe her a lot. So, okay, last question. In your honest opinion, is being a Lego spouse harder, easier, or just weirder than you thought it would be?
I think that our families would say it's weirder that we now have so many Legos. But no, it's always easy being your spouse, honey.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
That's applause right there. Yes, everybody, you heard it here first. It's not even Father's Day yet. And I've got the...
Yeah. No, sometimes it's hard to say no. And I don't say no very often when we go to the Lego store. It's hard to not buy some of the things.
It is.
Because they're just, some of them are so amazing.
And I feel like this year it's harder than ever because Lego has so many sets. I mean, I have talked about this. There's $1,000 Death Star coming out.
Well, they just kept releasing so many, it seems like.
And re-releasing.
Yeah.
And like Harry Potter, this is the thing I get frustrated with the Harry Potter theme is like, have you seen the new castle set?
No.
It's going to blow your mind. Like, it's a whole new modular system, like the modular system we have over there. But it's like that on steroids. And it looks so good. There's the Great Hall and the main hall. Like, it's amazing. If you'd watched, my news and rumors, you would know this because I dropped some images of it. But you're going to, like, lose your stuff when you see it.
Well, those of you that are not watching on YouTube and only listening on the podcast probably didn't see my face of, we do not need another module Harry Potter castle.
I think maybe we could
get rid of that one.
We could sell all those.
Oh, there we go.
And then upgrade, right?
That seems like it's really big.
It's not like I have other Lego to sell.
There's so many Lego to sell. So many. Someone buy the Legos.
Well, I
Please.
think with that, we're going to call it there because clearly there's nothing else to talk about. So yeah, I think that was, thank you. Again, I think that's really good advice. I really appreciate you. And it's not only your patience, but also I will tell you honestly, all joking aside, because I joke a lot, right? That's one of my things. It's just kind of what I do. But when I started, a lot of times she was very much, why? Why are you doing this? You know what I mean? And like all good spouses do, you wear them down, right? But eventually there were sets out there, and that's the cool part about Lego that you were interested in. That you were like, this is cute for me, not
Well, of
as just
course,
a
you had to
hobby.
bring it to my attention. Like, don't you love this? Isn't
Isn't
this
this
amazing?
neat? Look at this new castle that came out.
Exactly.
And that's what you
You
should
want
do.
this.
So yeah, and I appreciate you said get into it because when you do get into something, it's more fun, and then it becomes a hobby for the two of you rather than just one person sitting idly by watching the other person spend all the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So fair. All right. Well, hey, we're going to call it here. Thank you for coming along on this one. I know kind of a kooky, weird little podcast, but I just thought it'd be fun, right? Because we always focused on the enthusiast. You always focus on the person who's obsessed with something, right? It's the spectacle of it. But behind every person who is a fanatic, there's typically multiple people that are supporting the habit or at least being a part of that journey. And so I think it's good to acknowledge that and learn a little bit more about that. So kind of fun. So anyway, appreciate you. Appreciate y'all for listening in. Appreciate you watching. And then make sure, like I say, if you enjoy it, Monday is news and rumors. And like I say, we are now deep into May, talking more detail on a lot of these summer releases. We've got some things coming May 15th that are just crazy good. And then a whole lot of sets dropping June 1st. So I hope you continue to keep on tuning in. And until Monday, I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
All it's supposed to feel.